Welcome to week 2, and welcome Nicky.
Hi Prashan.
This week we'll be solving business problems using Excel's logical functions. So Nicky, can you let our learners know what exactly Excel's logical functions are?
Absolutely. So a logical function is a function where we perform a logical test. So we compare two values using a logical operator. This will then return true or false, and based on that value that we get back, we perform one or another action.
So for example, I might want to give some customers in my database a discount if they meet a certain criteria, and not every single customer.
Perfect example. So wherever you need a calculation to perform differently under different circumstances, you're going to look to use a logical function.
So what logical function will we start this week off with?
We're going to start with the if function because it's the most powerful, most versatile, and most commonly used.
So the if function sounds like a bit of a breakaway from what we're used to. Could you please break down the if function for our learners step by step?
With pleasure. So the if function requires 3 arguments. The first argument is this logical test. This is where we're going to compare two values using a logical operator. So for example, let's say everything from 50 and over is a pass. If we want to check if a student's passed or not, we're going to say, is their mark greater than or equal to 50? So that's our first argument. The second argument is what we're going to do if that logical test returns a true. So in this case, we give them a pass. And the third argument is what we're going to do if the logical test returns a false. So in this case, we give them a fail.
So the placement and the structure of the arguments in the if function are extremely important. But to me, I would have thought I could have asked the question, did the student get less than 50?
And that would be equally valid. So you can ask it either way round. You just need to make sure that your arguments then support it. So if you ask less than 50, then the second argument will be they got the fail, and the third argument will be they got the pass. We do need to be a little careful with those logical operators though. So for example, you couldn't ask, did the student get greater than 49? Because then if they got 49.3, they'll end up getting a pass. So just something to look out for.
What if we have more than one logical test to perform?
The if function on its own can only do the one logical test, but there are 2 helper functions, the and the or, and their sole job in life is to perform logical tests, and they can each do up to 255, so no real limit there. The way the and works is if all the logical tests return true, it returns a true. The or, just one of the tests needs to return true, and it will return true. So we'll have a look at how to work with them on their own, but as they only return true or false, they're kind of limited. And then what we'll do is look at combining them with the if function to get the full power.
Sounds great. What if we have more than 2 outcomes?
And again, unfortunately, the if can only give us the 2 outcomes, but what we can do is pack more ifs inside our if. This is called nested ifs, and using that method, we can pretty much get as many outcomes as we need.
And we're going to end off the week with a bit of a bonus?
Yes, so then 2 final little logical functions, the if NA and the if error. They basically allow us to trap and manage errors in our own way in our workbooks. So again, really helpful little functions.
Sounds great. Thank you, Nicky. Now we've got some practice videos for you. Make sure you download the Excel workbooks and work alongside us step by step. When you finish them, come back and practice them again, because practice makes permanent. To test your skills in a totally different context, we've got a great practice challenge for you this week. Make sure you check out this week's toolbox, as well as this week's great ninja tip. Now, it's over to you.